Hi everybody, I'm NATO King. You might remember me from such Let's Play videos as Let's Try and Fail at Eryi's Action. I'm going to be playing the game again, but this time it's for the Hard Games thread, where hopefully I'll be demonstrating a little bit more skill at this cute little anime-style platformer. Assuming that it's considered hard enough to be in the Hard Games thread. I mean, we're just throwing birds and jumping on mushrooms. Killer flowers actually look kind of dangerous, but it's just your average run and jump, one hit from anything kills you type of game. So let's get started and see what it's all about. This little info block gives us the story of the game. Pretty simple. We need to get a melon back from Farta the Troll. Did I mention this game has a lot of diabolical traps? Every time you start the game, you have to go back to Eryi's house, and a washpan will try to kill you. That one is easy to dodge. Speaking of easy, the goal of the game couldn't be simpler. Go to the right, touch the flags. So let's just move along, try not to get hit by any enemies. The good news is you can pick them up and throw them, or jump on them. That'll kill most things. I'm going to grab this sprinkler because I know I'm going to need it later in the level. This is the sort of thing that happens once you've played the game as many times as I have, at least the early levels. Lots of failed test recordings. And I've died a couple times in most of them. Here's a rather Kaizo-style trap. And I'm going to skip the flagpole for now, because if I do happen to die, I want to be able to get the sprinkler very easily. Don't really want to have to start at the checkpoint. So there's the gem up there. The ledge is a trap. The only way to get the gem is to bring the sprinkler this far into the level and use it to push you up there. And then I don't really need to bring it with me because there's another one coming up. But no sense letting it go to waste. It's right there. We just need to dodge the last couple of enemies here. Avoid touching the hot water. That'll kill you. And we'll reach the end of the level flagpole. But the lesson in this game is never just touch the flagpole. It'll kill you. In this case, there's a spiky ball that will kill you as you try to exit the level. And if you don't make it off the right side of the screen alive, you die. Fortunately, I know how to take care of the traps, and the level is nothing special. Although I do still die occasionally. Speaking of diabolical traps, that flower will kill you if you try to enter stage 2. There's also a couple traps at the beginning here, but you can trigger them and still survive if your reflexes are fast. Mine usually aren't, so I'm going to bring this bird with me just in case. It's not necessary in this version of the game, but it's handy. Here's a bouncy platform. If you try to stop on it, you're probably going to die. And the bird makes it a lot easier to trigger that spike trap without having to actually jump over it. Just get these birds out of the way. Don't jump on the birds. Those two are bad to jump on. And of course, there are a lot of traps you're not going to see in this video. Here's one I can show you without killing myself. Don't jump on that block. But at the end of the video there will be a quick death montage showing all the traps that I couldn't show off in full effect in the video without losing a life. And here's a block that's special. It actually doesn't kill you. It gives you a mushroom that you need to proceed in the level. Don't use the green one. It'll kill you. And here's a blue bullet. You can grab the blue bullets, much to my surprise, and you actually need to grab one in order to finish the level. There's the flagpole. I'm going to use this bullet to bounce over it. And if you touch it from the left side, you will be clobbered by that spike ball. Going over the flagpole this way lets me get to the gem. There is another way to get past it, which I discovered much earlier. I'll add that to the end of the death montage, because you can't get the gem if you use it. So one more level for this video. Let's take on the boss. Every third level is a boss. They're not all traditional bosses, but this one is. A pretty simple fight. Our opponent is Croco here, and he just throws these bouncing spike balls. Very easy to dodge. And then he jumps across the screen. You just have to clobber him on the head with his cannonball. And be careful, because if you touch him, even as he's bouncing off screen, he'll kill you. Now he makes things a little more complicated by throwing balls across the ground as well as the bouncing ones. But you just have to alternate going under and over them. And don't forget to dodge the fireball while you're hitting him on the head. Sometimes it's a lot trickier. Here I think I was lucky. Now this is the tough part. Now he's throwing them high and low, as well as the bouncing ones. You just sort of have to thread your way between them. Again, dodge the fireball, hit him on the head, and he's finished. Probably one of the more difficult bosses, frankly. And there's no traps at the end. We're actually done with that boss, and we never have to fight him again. Next up will be the underwater level. But rather than proceeding for now, let's just go back and look at the traps that I missed in the first two videos. Here's where you'll see how the game is really difficult, and I'll see you next time.